Hey, what's going on, everybody? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. If y'all are new, thanks for showing up. If you're old, thanks for coming back. Got some NFL player props to take a look at here today on PrizePicks for Monday Night Football. If y'all are new to PrizePicks, use this promo code right here down below to get signed up, and that'll get your first deposit instantly matched up to $100. So be sure to hop on that for first-time users. All right, so let's talk about our last two picks real quick before we jump into it. We cashed both of our picks in our last video. We took Mixon over his receiving yards, crushed that, and Tyler Conklin over his receiving yards as well, and crushed that. So good slip there. Went 2-0 on that one. So that brings us on NFL to 9-3. So a pretty good little run we got going on here. Let's see if we can keep it up. Got two picks we're going to take a look at here tonight, and we'll jump into it. So we got a double header on Monday Night Football, which is really cool. So the first pick that we're going to take a look at here is going to be Tua, and it's actually going to be his rush attempts. I like under 2.5 rush attempts here for Tua. So going up against Tennessee tonight, Miami is picked to win by 14. So this shouldn't be super competitive to where Tua is having to put his body out there like that, fight for tough yard, which of course anything can happen. It doesn't take much for a QB to take off running, but Miami, even with a loss tonight against Tennessee, they still have a 2-game lead in their division over Buffalo. So their playoff spot is pretty secure as of right now. Tonight's not any sort of must-win game. Plus, Mike McDaniels, we know, is doing everything he can to keep Tua out of those situations where, like I said, he is going to be putting his body on the line. Um, Tennessee does have the 8th least QB rushes against them, if that tells you anything. And I just think Tua with a healthy receiving core, healthy backfield, I just don't need this. I don't see the need for him to run the ball 3 times. Looking at his game log, out of the 12 games that Tua's played, he's only rushed 3 times or more in 3 out of 12 games. So 9 of 12 times we're going to go under this. And one of those was in week 1, which, it's week 1, probably some nerves. Quarterbacks, non-rushing quarterbacks, usually beginning of the season, we see more rushes out of them. And then again, towards the end of the season, whenever it's, playoff stuff going on. But and the other 2 times that he went over that were both against New England. And I don't care what New England's record looks like. They always have a stout defense. So, that's that. Everything from then and everything in between, he's not rushing. Just 2 times against New England, which is understandable. And then week 1, the first game of the year, which is also understandable. Everything else is going to fall short of this line. There is juice as well, so the market likes this to go under -130, so pretty heavy juice to go under. That's going to be the first pick, Tua, to go under his rush attempts. Next one, we're going to hop into the other game, Green Bay and New York. A couple different things I think you could do here. I'm going to go Dontavion Wicks. I like over 30.5 receiving yards. There is -125 to go over this. And he has become a popular target for Jordan Love. He has seen at least 4 targets in each of his last 5 games. And you could go targets. I just like yards better than receptions. I'm sorry, receptions, not targets. I like yards better than receptions because he's averaging 16 yards per catch. So with using that, we could clear this line with only 2 catches, but he would fall short of his receptions. Again, of course, theoretically, absolutely anything could happen. But, given what we have on our receipts, this is good looking like a pretty good prop right here as opposed to receptions, if you want to take him at all. Like I said, this game should be a little closer than Miami and Tennessee. Like I said, Miami's picked to win that game by at least 14. And this game, I think Green Bay's only picked to win by 6. So for New York, I do think Saquon is going to keep the game close for him. So if you want to look at a Saquon prop, that might be worth looking at. But Green Bay, I just don't think they're going to have to resort to running the clock and to running the ball to waste the clock. You see these teams with a huge lead in the fourth quarter. They might even pull their starters or just, kind of run the ball, do some do some plays that aren't typically, their competitive nature plays. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think Green Bay is going to have to fight all the way to the end with New York. And like I said, as long as Saquon can keep it close for him. So that's going to be that pick there. Is Dontavion Wicks over his 30.5 receiving yards. Give me the over. So that's going to be the 2 NFL picks for today. I may or may not be able to get some more on Discord. I'm sure I will, probably closer to game time. So y'all keep an eye out there if you're not in the Discord. Besides that, man, let me know what y'all are running with. Like the video, sub to the channel, and let's try and push this to an 11-3 run. Good luck to everyone. Catch y'all in the next one. Later.